Welcome, my friends, to Theory Hammer. This episode is part of our ongoing Warhammer 40k 10th edition index review series, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Leagues of Votann. These guys are the Space Dwarves. They have very good weapons and technology, as you would kind of expect from a Space Dwarf type race. Now, I don't really know all that much about these guys overall, so, other than some of their data sheets, some of their lore, I haven't really read everything. I do know that they were absolutely insanely broken at release, and they needed a day one patch, at least in 9th edition when they got released. So we'll have to see if they're anywhere near as good as they used to be. Just about every race has had everything flipped on its head, so I'm not really sure what to expect here. This is either going to be crazy good, again, or total fucking dog shit, because they only have a few units, and because of that, I expect that this review probably won't take that long. So tell me what you think of the dwarf people. Leave a comment down below if you like the dwarfs. Personally, they are one of my favorite fantasy archetypes, but as always, crush that like button under your grudgeful boot. Subscribe to Theory Hammer. Hit that bell icon so that you never miss a video. Alright, so without further ado, guys, we're just going to get right into the Space Dwarves. They have Eye of the Ancestors. If your army is the Space Dwarves, each time an enemy unit destroys a Space Dwarf unit from your army, that enemy unit gains a Judgment token. An enemy unit can never have more than 2 Judgment tokens. Any further Judgment tokens a unit will gain beyond this are ignored. Each time a model from your army with this ability makes an attack that targets a unit that has 1 or more Judgment tokens, until that model's attacks have been resolved, apply the relevant bonus from the table below. So if they have 1 Judgment token, you add 1 to the hit roll against them. If they have 2 Judgment tokens, you add 1 to the hit roll and 1 to the wound roll. So pretty awesome stuff there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. If your army is led by the Leagues of Votann, you can use the Oathband Detachment rule. At the start of the battle, select a number of units from your opponent's army, depending on the size of the battle, as shown below. So the ones we care about are going to be 4 units. Each of those units starts the battle with 2 Judgment tokens. Okay, so they are +1 to hit, +1 to wound against 4 units from your opponent's army. If at the start of any of your command phases, any of those units have been destroyed, you gain a number of CP. If at the start of any of your command phases, any of those units have been destroyed, you gain a number of CP depending on how early in the battle you destroyed it. Okay. And it overrules the core rules, basically, is what that says there. So if you destroy it by the start of your first or second command phase, you gain 3 CP. Okay, so you'd have to kill it in your first turn in order for it to happen before your second command phase. Or in your opponent's first turn. Alright, so if you destroy it by your 3rd or 4th command phase, 2 CP, and if you destroy it by your 5th command phase, 1 CP. Alright, so these are their stratagems. They got a battle tactic one called Warrior Pride. It happens in the fight phase. 1 Leagues of Votann unit from your army, and 1 enemy unit that it has 1 or more Judgment tokens, and is within engagement range of a Votann unit. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes a melee attack that targets that enemy unit, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1 for each Judgment token that unit has. Wow. So if you have 2 Judgment tokens, your AP is improved by 2. Nice. Alright, so Ordered Retreat. This happens for 1 CP. Strategic Ploy. In your movement phase, just after a Leagues of Votann unit from your army falls back, you target that unit, and until the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge. Okay, great. Ancestral Sentence. So this is in your shooting phase battle tactics stratagem for 1 CP. I guess the colors don't matter at all. Your shooting phase, you choose a Leagues of Votann unit from your army. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes a ranged attack, that attack has sustained hits 1. And each time a model in your unit makes a ranged attack that targets a unit that has 1 or more Judgment tokens, they have sustained hits to it instead. And then Reactive Reprisal Battle Tactics as well for 2 CP. This happens in your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit that has 1 or more Judgment tokens has resolved its attacks. Okay, so it has to already have Judgment tokens. The target is a Leagues of Votann unit from your army that was selected as a target of those attacks. Your Leagues of Votann unit can shoot as if it were the shooting phase, but it must target the unit that just shot at it. Okay. And only if it's eligible. Makes sense. Alright, so next we have a strategic ploy called Newfound Nemesis. This is 1 CP. This happens in your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase just after an enemy unit has resolved its attacks. 1 Leagues of Votann infantry or mounted unit from your army that was reduced to below half strength as a result of those attacks. The attacking unit gains 1 judgment token, or up to 2 judgment tokens instead if that Leagues of Votann unit contained your warlord when it was targeted by those attacks. That's kind of interesting. Okay, Void Armor. I'm pretty sure this is just going to be Armor of Contempt. So your opponent's shooting or fight phase, just after an enemy unit selected as targets. 1 Leagues of Votann unit from your army that was selected as a target until the end of the phase. Each time an attack targets your Leagues of Votann unit, worse than the armor penetration. Yeah, so Armor of Contempt, pretty sweet. What do they got here? They got some enhancements. Leagues of Votann model only. In your command phase, you can select 1 objective marker your opponent controls until the start of your next command phase. While an enemy unit is within range of that objective marker, it counts as having 1 more judgment token than it actually has, to a maximum of 2. Alright, so that's probably an auto take 1 there. At the start of your command phase, yep. In your command phase, you select... Yeah, that's great. Okay, a long list. Leagues of Votann model. Each time the bearer destroys an enemy unit, if that unit had 1 or more judgment tokens, you can select 1 other enemy unit that is visible to the bearer. That unit gets a judgment token. Meh. Leagues of Votann model. You can reroll, so this is Grim Demeanor. You can reroll Battle Shock tests taken for the bearer's unit, and models in that unit can ignore any or all modifiers to their characteristics and or to any rolls or tests made for them, excluding modifiers to saving throws. Then you got the Wayfarer's Grace. This is Leagues of Votann only. The first time the bearer is destroyed, after placing a judgment token next to the that unit. So, the first time the bearer is destroyed, after placing a judgment token next to that unit that destroyed it, roll a d6 at the end of the phase. On 2+, set the bearer back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where it was destroyed and not within engagement range of any enemy units with its full wounds remaining. Okay. So, cool little picture there with a symbol in front of it. You got Uthar the Destined here. He moves 5, he's toughness 5 with a... Why is he toughness 5? Because I thought the little dude guys were... Maybe he's not wearing special... Yeah, he's not wearing the special armor, so he's only toughness 5. He is a 3-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 7, OC 1. He's got a Volkite Disintegrator, it's dev wounds, 3 attacks at 18 inches, 2s to hit, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, and then Blade of the Ancestors, dev wounds, melee weapon, 5 attacks, hits on 2s, strength 6, AP 3, 2 damage. He's got a leader, Eye of the Ancestors, and he's got Ancestral Fortune. Once per turn, you can change 1 hit roll or 1 wound roll made for this model to a 6. Just for this model, garbage. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, change the damage characteristic of that attack to 1. Fine. Grim Efficiency. Once per battle round in your command phase, you can select 1 model from your army that is with this ability, and then select 1 enemy unit that is visible to that model. That enemy unit gains 1 judgment token. That's awesome. Rampart Crest. While the bearer is leading unit, models in that unit have a 5 invulnerable save. He's got a 4 up himself. No warrior options, though. It comes with that Volkite Disintegrator and the Blade of the Ancestors in his crest. And then this model can be attached to either Einhir Hearthguard or Hearthkin Warriors. He's an infantry character, epic hero. Next, you got the Call. So I think that's their only, well, maybe not, because they're not in alphabetical order, any order, really. So you got a Call next. He moves 5, toughness 5, 3-up save, 4 wounds, leadership 7, and 1 OC. He's got the Attack Pattern Combi Bolter. This is a 24-inch range with 4 attacks, BS2, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Or the Volkite Disintegrator. That's the same thing we saw above on the Uthar, I think was his name. You can take some melee weapons that are different. You can either take a Forge Wrought Plasma Axe, that's 4 attacks, weapon skill 2, strength 5, AP 2, 2 damage. Or the Mass Gauntlet. This is 3 attacks. It's a Power Fist, it's 3 damage. So it's 3 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 8, AP 2, 2 damage. He's a leader, he's got Eye of the Ancestor. Kindred Hero. While this model is leading a unit, weapons equipped by models in that unit have lethal hits. Great. And then Grim Efficiency, so that's the thing where you pick a unit in your command phase that's visible to this guy, and they get a judgment token. Rampart Crest, while he's leading a unit, models in that unit have a 5-up invuln. And then Teleport Crest, while he's leading a unit, models in that unit have Deep Strike. He's got a 4-up invuln. He's infantry character. Now, his options here, he can take the Volkite Disintegrator instead of his bolter. His Plasma Axe can be replaced with the Mass Gauntlet, and then his Rampart Crest can be replaced with a Teleport Crest. So he comes with his Plasma Axe, his Rampart Crest, and the bolter, the Combi Bolter. Now he can either lead Hearthguard, Einherjar Hearthguard, or Hearthkin Warriors. Next up here, we have an Einherjar Champion. So this guy's got a toughness of 6, and he's move 5, 2-up save, 5 wound, leadership 7, OC of 1. And then he has an Autok pattern. Combi Bolters, the same deal there, 24-inch range, 4 shots, BS2, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. He's got a Dark Star Axe, which is either 6 attacks at strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage with a weapon skill of 2, or you get your Mass Hammer, which is 3 attacks, strength 12, AP 2, D6 plus 1 damage hitting on 3s. So probably take that most of the time. Most likely. Alright, he's a leader. He's got Eye of the Ancestor, and then he's got Exemplar of the Einherjar. While this model is leading a unit, you can reroll charge rolls made for that unit. Great. Mass Driver Accelerators. Each time this model ends a charge move, you can select one enemy unit within engagement range of this unit and roll d6. On a 2 to 5, you suffer d3 mortal wounds. On a 6, you suffer d3 plus 3. Nice. Each time it ends a charge move. Okay. Teleport Crest, so you can either teleport his unit, or you can have a 4-up invuln on just you. And then his Mass Hammer can be a Dark Star Axe. His, his crest can be the Teleport Crest. He's got that Combi Bolter, Mass Hammer, and his Weave Field crest by default. And then he can be attached to the Einherjar Hearthguard. So he's an infantry character, Exo Armor. Then you got these weird looking things. So the Grimnir, they are movement 5, toughness 5 with 4-up save and 4 wound, leadership 6 and OC of 1. The Corv, which I guess is this half-bodied gun floaty thing, is movement of 5 with toughness 5, 4-up save, 1 wound, leadership 6 and OC of 1. Autark Pattern Bolter, 2 attacks this time. Well, because it's not a Combi Bolter. So 2 attacks, it's BS4, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage at 24 inches. And then you got Ancestral Wrath, which is a Witchfire psychic power. It is 24-inch range, 3 shots. It is BS2, strength 6, AP 2, and D3 damage. Otherwise, if you overcharge it, it is hazardous and psychic, 24-inch range, 6 shots, BS2, strength 6, AP 2, and D3 damage. So that's a pretty good weapon. It's a really good weapon, actually. Ancestral Ward's Stave. In combat, it's 1 attack, hits on 3, strength 7, AP 1, D3 damage. And then you got close combat weapons for 1 attack, hitting on 4, strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. Leader Eye of Ancestor. Fortify, Psychic. While this model is leading a unit, improve the toughness characteristic of models in that unit by 1. What can he lead? Oh, I'm curious. Grimnar's Regard. Once per battle after this model's unit fails a battle shock test, this model can use this ability. If it does, it's no longer battle shocked. They have a 4-up invuln. All models are infantry. And Grimnir. The Grimnir is a character and a psyker. Interesting. They have no war gear options. They can be attached to Hearthkin Warriors. So it brings him up to toughness 6. So Ancestral Wrath is what he's got in his stave. And these things have that bolter and the close combat weapon. That was pretty obvious just from the way they looked. So then we got the Broken Ire Master. He moves 5 with a toughness of 5, save 4, 4 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 1. His little assistant guy here is movement of 5 and toughness 5 as well with a 4-up save with 2 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 1. And then you have an ECOG, which is movement of 5, toughness of 5, 4-up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, and 1 OC. So the Autark Pattern Bolter Pistol, Autark Pattern Bolt Pistol, 12-inch range. It's a bolt pistol. I mean, yeah, it's a bolt pistol. Gravitation Rifle, Anti-Vehicle 2+, 18-inch range, 3 shots. BS3, Strength 5, AP 1, 3 damage flat. Hell yeah. Las Beam Cutter, 6-inch range, 1 shot. BS4, Strength 6, AP 3, 1 damage. Then you got some close combat weapons. You got a close combat weapon. It's weapon skill 4. Strength 3, 1 attack. Gravitation Hammer, anti-vehicle 2+, 3 attacks. Weapon skill 4 on all these weapons. This Strength 9, AP 1, and 3 damage. You got Manipulator Arms, 3 attacks. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. And then Plasma Torch, 1 attack. Strength 6, AP 3, 2 damage. These have Multi-Spectre Visor while this model is leading a unit. Each time a model unit makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the hit roll. And then you got Brokir's Guild. At the end of your movement phase, this unit can repair... See, why is this one in the movement phase? That's so much better. Can repair one friendly Leagues of Votann vehicle or exoframe model within 3 inches of it. That model regains up to D3 lost wounds, or up to 3 lost wounds instead if this unit contains an Ironkin assistant. The model can only be repaired once per turn. Okay. So, he's got no warrior options. The unit composition is Brokir Ironmaster, 1 Ironkin assistant, and 3 ecogs. So it's a 5-man unit. If this unit's Ironmaster is ever damaged, this unit's Ironkin assistant and all remaining is ever destroyed, not damaged. So if this guy gets destroyed, then the rest of the dudes are destroyed. They just fall over or are dead. The Ironmaster is equipped with the Gravitation Rifle and the Gravitation Hammer. The Ironkin Assistant is equipped with a Las Beam Cutter, close combat weapon. 1 Equog is equipped with the Attack Pattern Bolt Pistol, close combat weapon. The other is equipped with the Plasma Torch. The other is equipped with the Manipulator Arms. Okay. This unit can be attached to either Thunderkin or Hearthkin Warriors. They give you +1. +1 to hit. Okay. So all models are infantry and Brokir Ironmasters. The Brokir Ironmaster model is a character. Next, we got our battle line. These are Hearthkin Warriors. Movement 5, toughness 5, save of 4, 1 wound, leadership 7, OC of 2. They've got the Attack Pattern Bolt Pistols. They have the Attack Pattern Bolter. These all hit on 4s, except for a couple things that I'll talk about, but otherwise they're going to be hitting on 4s. So the Attack Pattern Bolter, 24-inch range, 2 shots to Bolter, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Ectokarn Plasma Beamer, sustained hits D3, 18-inch range. Strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage. Ectokarn Plasma Pistol. It's a plasma pistol at 6-inch range. It's strength 8, AP 3, and 2 damage flat. Then you have High-Las Auto Rifle. Assault and Rapid Fire 3, 24-inch range. 3 shots. Strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. High-Las Rotary Cannon, heavy sustained hits 1, 24-inch range, 6 shots, hits on 5s, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. Ion Blaster, 18-inch range, 1 shot, strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage. Ion Pistol, it's a pistol, 12-inch range, strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage, 1 shot. L7 Missile Launcher, either blast or focused. Can you focus a missile launcher? It's got D6 shots if it's blast. It's strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage, 24-inch. L7 Missile Launcher Focused is 24-inch for the single shot, strength 9, AP 2, D6 damage. Then you got the Magna Rail Rifle. So this is devastating wounds, but it is heavy, so you can get +1 to hit if you stay still, which you're probably never going to do. 18-inch range. How does a fucking railgun have an 18-inch range? That just defies logic. But moving on, it's a 12-inch, or it's a 12 strength weapon that's AP 3, D3 plus 3 damage, so min 4. And if you get a dev wound on it, you know, that's pretty nice. So, that's good. Hitting on 5's not so good, but that's what they can take. Melee weapons, you either have a close combat weapon with 1 attack, strength 4, hitting on 4s, both these, or the Kin melee weapon, which is 2 attacks, strength 5, AP 2, 2 damage. I have the Ancestors. So luck has, need keeps, toil earns. At the end of your command phase, if this unit is within range of an objective marker you control, that objective marker remains under your control. So pretty good. They have sticky objectives. Pan-Spectral Scanner, ranged weapons equipped by models in this unit have ignores cover. Great. You can take a Comms Ray instead, which would give them stratagems back on a 5-up. Or you can have a 6-up Feel No Pain. Or you can have a 4-pin bone on the Sergeant, just the Sergeant. I don't know if you'd ever do that, but you could. Maybe not. You might be able to take multiple. let's find out. All models in this unit can have their blah pattern bolter replaced with an ion blaster. You probably do. Up to 2 Hearthkin warriors can each have their blah bolter or ion blaster replace one of the following: high-las auto rifle, rotary cannon, missile launcher, plasma beamer, magna rifle, kin melee weapon. And you can only select them once per unit. So it does not matter how many you have in the unit, only one of them can take stuff that's cool. Up to 3 different Hearthkin warriors equipped with either the bolter or ion blaster can be equipped with one of the following, maximum of 1 per unit. So metapack, comms array, spectral scanner. Okay, you can't replace their other stuff. The Thayan's bolter pistol can be replaced with one of the following, either 1 ion pistol or 1 Ectocarn plasma pistol. And then the Thayan, I think that's how you say that, right? Thayan? His bolter or ion blaster can be replaced with 1 kin melee weapon. They come in units of 10. You don't have an option there. They're all equipped with the bolter by default and the bolt pistol and a close combat weapon. And then the Thane can additionally be equipped with a 4-up invuln, so you will. So the next dwarves in line here are the Einhir Hearthguard. They move 5 with toughness 6, 2+ save, and 2 wounds each. The toughness of 6 is kind of hilarious. They have leadership of 7 and OC of 1. They're like super tough. No invuln, but super tough. So the ranged weapons are in Ectocarn Plasma Gun, 24-inch range with just 1 shot, but it is always hitting on 3s. They're all hitting on 3s. This is Strength 8, AP 3, and 2 damage. That's pretty good. The Exo Armor Grenade Launcher, this is a blast weapon, 18 inches, D6 shots, Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Volkite Disintegrator, Dev Wounds, 18-inch range, 3 shots, Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Okay, so their Concussion Gauntlet, Concussion Hammer, and Blades are the melee weapons. The Gauntlet is 2 attacks, Weapon Skill 3, Strength 9, AP 2, Damage 2. The Hammer is 3 attacks, hits on 4s, but it's Strength 9, AP 1, Damage 3. I don't know if that needs to hit on 3s, being AP 1. Maybe it does. Plasma Blade thing, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, Strength 6, AP 2, 1 damage. They have Eye of the Ancestors and Oathband Bodyguard. While a character is leading this unit, each time a ranged attack targets this unit, if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than this unit's toughness, subtract 1 from the wound roll. Okay, so unless you're strength 12 or higher, you're wounding them on 4s or worse. They're going to have a 5-up invuln because there's going to be a dude attached to them who gives them a 5-up invuln because of his war gear. That's what it did. And it's pretty good. So they will have an invuln from the character and probably some other stuff. -1 to wound as well. Great. So the models in the Bears unit have Deep Strike. That's something that the character guy can take. Not the character, the sergeant guy. Right? All models in this unit can have their... Okay, so their Plasma Gun can be replaced with the Volkite Disintegrator. All models can have their Concussion Gauntlet replaced with the Plasma Blade. The dude's Concussion Gauntlet or Plasma Blade can be replaced with the Hammer, which you probably just do that. And then the Weavefield Crest can be replaced with 1 Teleport Crest. Yep, so you take that instead. Units of 5 to 10. Everybody's got the Plasma Gun by default, and the Grenade Launcher, and the Gauntlet, the Concussion Gauntlet. And then the dude can additionally be equipped with the Weavefield Crest. Oh, so you just give it to him. Okay, so he's got a 4-up invuln. Infantry Exo Armor. No grenade on them. Chthonian Berserks. I had to deal with these recently. They killed my stuff. It wasn't fun. They were movement of 5, toughness of 5, with only a 6-up save, though, with 2 wounds. Leadership 7 and 1 OC. They have a mole grenade launcher, possibly, that's blast and indirect fire. D6 shots, strength 5, hitting on 4s. AP 1, damage 1. 24 there. Alright, so that's their ranged weapon. I think one guy takes that. They have concussion mauls. They can have concussion mauls. These are 3 attacks, weapon skill 4, strength 9, AP 2, and 3 damage. Pretty good. Heavy plasma axe. This is either 3 attacks at strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage, or it is 6 attacks at strength 4, AP 1, damage 1. And then you got the twin concussion gauntlet, which is twin linked. That's going to be 4 attacks on 4s, strength 9, AP 1, 2 damage. Feel No Pain 5+, Eye of the Ancestors. Cyber Stims. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack on a 4-up, they can fight if you haven't attacked yet. Okay. Subterranean explosives in your shooting phase. After this unit has shot, select one enemy unit, excluding monsters and vehicles, that was hit by one or more of this unit's mole grenade launchers this phase on a 4+. That unit subtracts 2 from its move characteristic and 2 from advance and charge rolls. Great. Okay. All models in this unit can have their heavy plasma axe replaced with 1 concussion maul. Okay. For every 5 models in the unit, 1 model that is not equipped with a mole grenade launcher can have its heavy plasma axe or concussion maul replaced with 1 twin concussion gauntlet. For every 5 models in this unit, 1 model can be equipped with 1 twin concussion gauntlet. That is not equipped with 1 twin concussion gauntlet can be equipped with 1 mole grenade launcher. If a model is equipped with a mole grenade launcher, add 1 to its wound characteristic and its attacks. Okay, yeah. So they come in units of 5 to 10, and everybody's got a heavy plasma axe. They're just infantry. Earthkin Pioneers. These are a 12-inch move, toughness 6, 4-up save, 3 wound, leadership 7, OC 2 unit. These guys are the little flying things. They got little like hover bikes. They're kind of cool looking. They come with bolt pistols, or bolt revolvers in this case, with a 9-inch range. These are strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Bolt shotgun, assault 12 inches, 2 shots, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. These are all BS4. Pretty much the whole army is BS4. Unless it's a heavy weapon, it might be BS5. But BS4 and everything, unless I say otherwise. Next, you got the high-las rotary cannon. This is sustained hits 1, 24 inches, strength 6 shots, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. Ion beamer. Sustained hits D3, 18-inch range, 3 shots, strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage. Magna coil autocannon, 24-inch range, 3 shots, strength 7, AP 1, 2 damage. And then they got plasma knife, that's going to be 2 attacks, weapon skill 4, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. These things can scout 9 inches, that's pretty great. They have Eye of the Ancestors, outflanking mag riders. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this unit is within 6 inches of any battlefield edge and not within engagement range of any enemy unit, you can remove it from the battlefield and place it into strategic reserve. Alright. Each time you target, so their war gear abilities are the comms array. Each time you target them with a stratagem on a 5+, you gain CP. Pan spectral scanner ignores cover on their ranged weapons, or the searchlight. Each time you target a unit with stealth, you add 1 to the hit roll. So you're going to take the ignores cover. I'm kind of interested in what they take. For every 3 models in this unit, 1 model can be equipped with one of the following. You probably just take the ion beamer. Maybe. I think this one was D3 sustained. This one's only 1. Something like that. But you can just be equipped with an extra 1. If you do, you get an extra wound on that model. Strange. Up to 3 different models that are not equipped with a high-las rotary cannon or an ion beamer can each be equipped with one of the following. Maximum of 1 per unit. Oh, you can just take them all. Okay. So you basically just take the scanner and the searchlight. Jeez, these things are pretty good. 3 to 6. Every model is equipped with a bolt revolver, bolt shotgun, magna coil, autocannon, and a plasma knife. Mounted grenade fly. They have grenades too. I like this unit. These pioneers. They're exploring the land, throwing grenades, doing the thing. I like it. The Sagittar, this is their like rhino. Moves 12, toughness 10. Why is it tough? I guess because everything's tougher in this army. Got a 3-up save and 9 wounds. Leadership 7 and an OC of 3. High-las beam autocannon, or high-las beam cannon, sorry, just whatever, beam cannon. Just sustained hits D3, so that's pretty good. It's got a 24-inch range. 2 attacks, BS4 and everything. Strength 12, AP 3, D6 damage. That's pretty good. That's really good. Sustained hits D3 on that thing with 2 shots. Yeah, sometimes you're just gonna get like 6 hits from that. L7 missile launcher is a blast weapon. Strength 4 AP 0, 1 damage, D6 shots, 24 inches, or strength 9 AP 2, D6 damage at 1 shot. Mater autocannon. That Mater is 24 inches, 6 shots, strength 7 AP 1, 2 damage. Sagittar missile launcher, 36 inches, 2 attacks, strength 12, AP 3, 3 damage. And then twin bolt cannon, sustained hits 1, twin linked, 36 inches, 3 shots, strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage. Armored wheels, 3 attacks. Alright, no one cares about those. Deadly demise 1, scout 6 inches. This thing can scout. Why? Why does this thing scout? Eye of the Ancestors, and then blistering advanced units can disembark from the transport even after advanced. Right, yeah, they just can't do anything else. They can't charge. Okay. So, what does it take here? Did I not click that? So this model's high-las beam cannon can be replaced with one of the following. L7 missile launcher and Sagittarius missile launcher. Mater autocannon. It's got a high-las beam cannon, twin bolt cannon, and armored wheels. So basically you just keep this high-las beam cannon. The twin bolt cannon can be replaced with nothing. Okay. This model has a transport capacity of 6 Leagues of Votann infantry models. It cannot transport exo armor or exo frames. At the start of the declare battle formation step, you can select one Hearthkin warrior unit from your army and split it into 2 units, each containing 5 models. You make note of which ones are in which. Okay. One of these units must start the battle embarked with a transport. The other can start the battle embarked with another transport or can be deployed as a separate unit. Okay. So they split your guys in half. They gain vehicle, transport, dedicated transport, Sagittarius. And then I think we got 2 more units here. We got the Broken Thunderkin, and then the tank, the big tank. So these move 5 with toughness 6, 3 up save, and 3 wounds. Leadership 7, OC of 1. Bolt Cannon. This is sustained hits 1. So that's what we just saw in the Sagittarius, except this is not twin linked. Right? This was twin linked? Yeah. So these guys, they don't get a twin linked version of that. They do get a Graviton Blast Cannon, though. That's anti-vehicle 2+ and blast. 18-inch range. Poop. Why is it only 18 inches? D6 shots, though. Okay. Hitting on 4s like everything else. Strength 5, AP 2 this time, and 2 damage. It's kind of weird. Aren't these normally 3 damage? SP Conversion Beamer. Conversion sustained hits D3. This is going to be 1 shot apiece. 24 inches. Strength 7, AP 1, 3 damage. And then if you convert it, conversion rule on it, each time an attack made with this weapon, if the target is more than 12 inches from the bearer, an unmodified successful hit roll of 4+ scores a critical hit. So it's kind of a weird thing. Yeah. Then you got your close combat weapons, which are just 2 attacks of strength 4, hitting on 4s. I have the Ancestors. If you target this unit with Overwatch, they hit on 5s. That's their special ability. All models in this unit can have their bolt cannon replaced with a Graviton Blaster. All models in this unit can have their bolt cannon replaced with an SP Conversion Beamer. Okay. Alright, so you take them in units of 3 to 6, and they're all equipped with the bolt cannon or the close combat weapon, and the close combat weapon. Then you got your land fortress next. This thing is movement of 10, toughness of 12, 2+ saves, 16 whole wounds, leadership 7, OC of 5. It's the big boy of the army. This thing's weapons are the Cyclic Ion Cannon, which is a blast weapon, 24 inches, D6 plus 3 shots. Everything hits on 4s. Strength 9, AP 2, and damage 2. Then the Heavy Magna Rail Cannon. This is a Dev Wound heavy weapon. 30-inch range, 1 shot. Strength 18, AP 4, D6 plus 6 damage. Hecaton Warhead. Blast Indirect Fire, single shot weapon. 36-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots. Strength 7, AP 2, and 2 damage. Mater Autocannon. 24-inch range, strength 7, AP 1, 2 damage with 6 shots. SP Conversion Beamer, that's a conversion weapon again, so if you're with, over 12, you get, blah, 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 you get critical hits on 4-ups. And then you got sustained hits D3, 24-inch range, 2 shots, strength 10, AP 2, flat 4 damage. Twin Bolt Cannon, we saw this on the Sagittarius. Sustained hits 1 twin link, 36 inches, 3 shots. BS 4, strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage. Twin Ion Beamer is the last one here. Sustained hits D3 and twin linked. 18-inch range, 3 shots. Strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage though. So not sure there. Armored Wheels. Strength 8 version. Deadly Demise Explodey D6. I have the Ancestors, fire support. If you get out of this transport and this transport shot at something, you get to reroll wounds against that same target. Pan-spectral scanner. You can get ignores cover on this thing, and if it's damaged down to 1 to 5 wounds, it's -1 to hit, like every other vehicle. This model can do one of the following. Replace its 1 twin bolt cannon with 1 twin ion beamer. Replace 2 twin bolt cannons with 2 twin ion beamers. This model's cyclic ion cannon can be replaced with one of the following: the SP heavy conversion beamer or the heavy magna rail cannon. And then this model's pan spectral scanner can be replaced with the Hecaton warhead. I don't think you do that, but you could. You're allowed to. Maybe you do. I don't know. You lose cover. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. You probably don't. I don't know. Cyclic ion cannon. What you get? You get the Mater autocannon. The Mater autocannon. 2 twin bolt cannons, armored wheels, and the pan spectral scanner. It can transport 12 boys. Exo armor dudes take up 2 spaces. Exo frame take up 3. So basically, your Terminators take up 2, and your Centurion type guys take up 3. And that is the whole entire codex. There really isn't that much to go through, like I said. They don't have all that many units because they're one of the newest armies that's come out. But either way, thanks for making it to the end of the video, my friends. It was pretty short and sweet, and there's not that much to go over. So, you know, could be bad, could be good. It's kind of hard to balance. You know, all in all, if you have a small codex, you kind of need the unit to be good overall in order for the book to be good overall. But fuck what I think, you know? I want to know what you little dwarves think in a comment down below. So, tell me how you've been faring with these guys. Have you been good against people? Have you been bad against people? And of course, be sure to absolutely annihilate the like button, subscribe to Theory Hammer, hit the bell icon. That way, you are never ever going to miss out on one of our newest videos, and you can make sure that you get your PhD in Warhammer. Check out our other playlists and videos. There's all kinds of content out there for you to consume. You guys fucking rock. Thank you so much, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.